Hello everybody, welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back. I've got an interesting video for you. Today I want to talk about Olight, and I want to talk about the S1R Baton and the S1 Mini, and I want to talk about a new one called the model S1A. Now, both of these flashlights run on the CR123 battery. Okay, you can buy like the Energizer 123s, and these are non-rechargeables and they power both of these flashlights. Or you can do the rechargeable RCR 123s, and it'll work on both of these Baton flashlights. And they're both magnetic base, so they pick things up, and they're good flashlight. This one's 600 lumens, this one's 900 lumens. Okay, they're both very good flashlights. The reason I'm talking about a new one today is because there's a lot of people that are running around saying, why can't they do a S1 Baton that runs on a AA battery? Well, that's what they've done, and that's what I want to show you today. And we're going to look at the model S1A Baton by Olight. This is a throw of 71 meters of distance. On moonlight, it will operate for 25 days, which is very cool. And it will also go up to 220 lumens on a single AA battery. And there's more. So S1A Baton is a AA powered side switch EDC LED flashlight. It utilizes the Cree XM L2 LED coupled with high light transmission rate TIR optic lens. Excuse me. That's the lens that they're talking about. All of these have that. Even the where is it? Even the S2 has that lens. The flashlight is compatible with AA batteries of all types. It has 5 levels of brightness and a strobe mode, covering a range of 0.5 all the way up to 600 lumens. Now, to get 600 lumens, you're not going to do that with a standard AA battery. I'll talk about that here in a second. The S1A Baton maintains the style of Olight batons, such as the black stainless steel pocket clip, blue clamping ring on the flashlight bezel and button, and a magnetic tail cap. I talked about that. Being so compact, it can be placed in a pocket, bag, or attached to your belt. The S1A Baton is a convenient illumination tool that can meet your everyday needs. Let's take a look. Let's open this up. I'm excited about this because I love the S1 Baton flashlights. They are very nice. They put out a very wide beam, and I'm saying brightness. Now, there's a thing here, it says before use, please remove the insulating film off of the tail cap, which we will do. And in the bottom, you can see the lanyard that is standard with majority of your Olights. And the lanyard is very nice. I'll show you one thing if I can get it out. And that is, Olight includes a small little wire connected to the bottom of the lanyard here, and that wire is a very nice touch from Olight because it allows you to thread this through the tail cap hole, which is very small. So let's take a look. In the packaging right here, you just roll this O-ring kind of up and out of the way, and then the flashlight just pulls on out. Okay, so this is a first look at the S1A Baton with the magnetic tail cap. That's a look at it. It's got the TIR lens, which I really like. The belt clip. Now, what I wish they would do is I wish they would use the belt clip that they use on the Mini. That is a good belt clip. I might rob Peter and pay Paul. Maybe. We'll see. So let's go ahead and open the tail cap switch. Let's remove that yellow insulating film. And you can see that from the factory, Olight includes a AA battery that is non-rechargeable. So this thing goes in there like that. Let me make sure I put it in right. There should be an indicator right there that tells you the orientation of the battery. So the plus side goes down. Now Olights are kind of different because some of them the plus goes up towards the tail cap, and some of them, like this one, the plus goes down. So let's tighten that down. Let's push and hold. There's Moonlight, half a lumen. Okay. Now if we hold, we got low, medium, high, low, medium, high. Now there's no turbo on this until you put the 14500 battery in. That's these guys, or these guys. The reason the 14500s give you a turbo mode is because they operate at 3.7 volts instead of 1.5 volts. Okay, they look the same, but the 14500s are rechargeable and they have more juice running through them. So again, to turn it on, you just push the switch, and then to cycle through the modes, you just push the switch down and hold. Low, medium, high, low, medium, high. Let's go back to low. To turn it off, you just push the button. Now when the flashlight is on, okay, if you double click, you see that single flash. If I do it again, you'll see 2 flashes. If I do it again, it'll go back to 1. So you can go from 1 flash to 2 flash. And you're probably wondering, what does that mean? 1 flash is 3 minutes, and then the flashlight will turn off. When it does the 2 flashes, that's 9 minutes, and then the flashlight will turn itself off. So whatever mode, whatever brightness level you're on, when you get that single flash, it's going to turn off in 3 minutes. If you get that double flash, you're going to turn off in 9 minutes. Okay. Now there's a strobe function, so you turn the flashlight on and you triple click quickly. 1, 2, 3. That's the turbo mode. Excuse me, the strobe mode, and that is the S1A using a AA battery. Okay. Now let's go back. Let's go low, medium, high, low, medium, high, low. Okay, now if I turn it off and I put in a 14500 battery, okay, so I pull out the AA, put in a 14500, my battery's about to die. You turn it on, low, medium, high, turbo, low, medium, high, turbo, low, medium, high, turbo, low, medium, high, turbo. See that? You get that extra 600 lumens versus stopping at 220, I think it is. So this is IPX8. It's impact resistant down to 1.5 meters. The candela rating is 3,480. The distance of throw is 118 meters. So the run times vary based on what type of battery you use. Let's take a look at this chart here, and then I'll read it off to you. Okay, so if you are using a rechargeable lithium-ion battery, like the 14500, you will get 15 days on Moonlight, which is half a lumen. On low, which is 5 lumens, you'll get 60 hours. On medium, which is 50 lumens, you'll get 6.5 hours. And on high, which is 220 lumens, you'll get 110 minutes. Because you'll get 100 minutes at 220 lumens, and then it'll scale down to 100 lumens for an additional 10 minutes. Now if you go to turbo, this is all these specs right now are 14500 battery. If you go to turbo, you'll get 600 lumens for 1 minute, and then it'll cycle down to 300 lumens for an additional hour, 60 minutes. Okay, now let's talk about the next type of battery, the alkaline battery. Okay, this one's actually surprising on Moonlight. It's actually better than the 14500 on Moonlight. Half a lumen for Moonlight, 20 days. Okay, low is 5 lumens. You're going to improve your performance up to 75 hours versus 60 hours, which was the 14500. Okay, now if you are at medium, which is 50 lumens, you're going to get 4.5 hours. So you're losing runtime now, because on the 14500 you had 6.5 hours. Now on high, for this battery, 220 lumens, that'll be for 12 minutes, and then it'll dim down to 100 lumens for an additional 80 minutes. Okay, now on the 14500, remember, it was 100 minutes at 220 lumens, and then it dropped down to 100 lumens for 10 minutes. So there's significant difference in the run times. Now if we look at the included Olight lithium-ion non-rechargeable battery, on Moonlight, this is the highest time you'll get is 25 days. So on the alkaline it was 20 days, and on the 14500 it was 15 days. Now if you go to low, you're going to get 80 hours at 5 lumens, whereas the alkaline it was 75 hours, and on the 14500 it was 60 hours. Now if you go to medium of 50 lumens, you're going to get 10.5 hours, where the alkaline was 4.5 hours and the 14500 battery was 6.5 hours. Now on high, you get 220 lumens for 110 minutes. Then it cycles down, it lowers the lumen rating down to 100 lumens for an additional 30 minutes. Where the alkaline battery only performed at 220 for 12 minutes, and then it cycled down to 100 lumens for 80 more minutes. And the 14500 had similar run times as this. It had 100 minutes, and then it would cycle down for 10 more minutes. So this is really the best battery. Now the only one that offered turbo of 600 lumens was the 14500 lithium-ion rechargeable batteries. So that's pretty cool. Now this flashlight is aluminum, it's aircraft grade aluminum, got a magnetic tail cap, so you can pick stuff up. If you're going to be working on something, you can do that. It's also impact resistant, it's also water resistant, waterproof actually, so it can go underwater. You can put this on your belt clip and jump in the water, and you don't have to worry about this thing shorting out or anything like that. It does not have a lockout mode. Like some of the other flashlights have a lockout mode. To access that, you basically push and hold. You get Moonlight, and then Moonlight will turn off. This one does not have that. So once you get Moonlight, you're on Moonlight. No lockout feature on this one. Now there is a mechanical lockout where you open the tail cap a couple turns, and then you can push the switch all day and nothing's going to happen. Okay, so it's not going to come on in your pack. But I do like having the lockout function. Let's turn this on. Let's get it on a higher setting, and let's see. Let's try that setting right there. Let's put it in the water. Look at that, completely underwater. Let's come over here and see if this thing is still going to cycle. Low, medium, high, low, medium, high. Let's do a triple click for strobe. There we go. Let's push and hold for Moonlight mode. Looks good. And let's push and turn it off. This flashlight is definitely working well in the water. I have a standard AA alkaline battery in this flashlight, and this is good for up close, you know, kind of reading and things like that. But if you look down like at the floor and you look down, there's not much that you can see. On this setting, it's half of a lumen, and it'll last for 200 minutes. There's low. Okay, now with an alkaline battery, low is 5 lumens, so you can kind of start to see what's going on. This will last for 75 hours, which is just a little over 3 days. This is low. If I move up to the next setting, we will go up to medium. Medium is 50 lumens. You can clearly see some things, and this will last for 4.5 hours. And then last but not least, we have high. High is a full 220 lumens for 12 minutes. Then it'll scale itself down to 100 lumens for an additional 80 minutes. And again, this setting, all these light settings that you're seeing right now are using a standard AA alkaline battery. Now I have a 14500 battery in here, and on this setting, a Moonlight mode, we are dealing with half of a lumen, and it'll last for 15 days. 15 days on that setting. So let's go ahead and bump it up to low. There's low. Okay, again, you can start to see what's going on. Low is 5 lumens, and this will last for 60 hours. So like 2 days, 2.5 days, something like that. Now if I bump it up again to medium, you'll see that this is 50 lumens for 6.5 hours. And then of course I can bump it up to high, just like before, 220 lumens for an hour and 40 minutes this time. And then it'll scale itself down to 100 lumens for the last 10 minutes. So on this setting of high, that's a significant amount of light. Now of course we have a turbo function, which is 600 lumens. This will last for 1 minute, and then it'll scale itself down to 300 lumens for 1 hour. And then of course let's take a look at the strobe function. And this is again with the 14500 battery. But that is a quick unboxing and overview of the S1A Baton by Olight. I think this is a fabulous little light. I think it's cool because you can use your standard AA batteries, which you can find anywhere. 220 lumens is no joke. That's pretty cool. 220 lumens, folks. IPX8. I hope you got some good, useful information out of this video. Please feel free to leave your comments down below. Like this video. Share this video. And as always, if you like the type of content that you see on my channel, please subscribe. I'd love to have you. And until next time, thanks for watching. Have a beautiful day. Now let's take a look at these three in comparison to each other, as far as how tall they are and what they look like standing next to each other. I don't think they're going to stand on that. Let me see if I could put them like that. So the S1A is the tallest of the bunch. Then in the middle you have the S1R, and then on the over here on my left hand, my ring finger there, you got the S1 Mini. So those are the three by Olight. They all have the TIR lens, and I like them all. They have different applications. Thanks for watching. We'll see